was very disappointing. In a span of a few weeks, I hear that you're a good person, you're cool, and all of this. Only to turn around, you sit up here and say that my friend is too pretty to be my friend? Like, what?
Look at her. Look at her, mama, man. Look at her.
Hello, brothers and sisters. It's Kina! And today is day 2 of the Storytime Marathon. So today's Storytime is about the time an influencer called me ugly. Well, allegedly called me ugly, y'all. We gonna get to that part. But before we get to that part, if you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe if you love talk about God, if you love to laugh, if you love to smile, if you love to giggle, if you want to learn something new, subscribe, because it's a lot going on over here. So, yeah, baby. By the way, if you haven't told God thank you for today, let's do that right now. Thank you, God. Let's get started with the story. Okay, so let me just go ahead and throw out a disclaimer. I'm not saying this influencer's name. I'm not giving no type of hints of who this person is, because I don't know, YouTube be picking and choosing when to blow people up, and I don't want to be blown up off somebody else's clout. I'm just here to tell my story, because I don't got a problem with this influencer, and I don't want no beef. I don't want no problems. I'm just here to tell y'all something and give y'all a little motivation at the same time, because this influencer, we're just gonna get to the story. Okay? Before this influencer even blew up, let me give this influencer a name. Okay, so we're gonna name this influencer Perfume. I was gonna say a YouTuber's name, but I don't want nobody out here thinking that the YouTuber said it, because people will take anything and run with it. So we're gonna call this influencer Perfume. Before Perfume even blew up, I remember I used to watch all of her videos. I remember her best friend at the time tagged her in a Flipagram, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little investigator. I was a little bit of a detective back in the day. Everybody don't know that. I'm still is. But her friend had tagged her in a Flipagram. You know, y'all remember Flipagrams? I love them little Flipagrams. So basically her bestie had posted a Flipagram of them or whatever, and I had clicked on the girl profile because her best friend had tagged her, and she had all these videos, and she was just straight up funny. I remember I liked like 2 of her videos, and I even followed her. She didn't follow me back, so I unfollowed her. I'm not a fan of nobody. Let's fast forward like a few years later. This girl done blew up. This girl blew up. I'm not gonna say what platform she blew up on, but just know that she blew up. So when she blew up, I'm like, okay, that's cool. I had a few friends that mentioned her. I remember this one friend said that her success was fake, and that she bought her followers, and she bought this, and she's not really famous for real, and her mom buys all this stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't defend her or nothing, but in the back of my head, I was just over here thinking, because I had a rumor made up about me that I bought my Instagram followers from a guy who told me I was pretty, just like my bully in the last story time. The dude that made up the dumbest rumor about me that I did not know made up a rumor about me that I bought my followers, and everybody just believed him. Well, I would say 85% of everybody believed him. He made up a rumor about me for no reason, only to turn around and call me pretty. Typical. In the back of my head, I'm just like, why ain't nobody always saying somebody buying followers when they probably just got it like that? Like, what's up with that? So I remember my friend would tell me, oh yeah, she just bought her followers, like she's not really famous for real, and yada yada yada, her mama bought her that, and I'm just over there nodding my head like, I didn't care. Like, I personally didn't care. I'd just be like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I probably low-key agreed with them or something. I probably did, but I'm saying I don't remember if I did or not. I just remember thinking in the back of my head, like, even if she did, like, who cares? It's her mama money, like, okay. So she blew up, she's famous or whatever. Okay, good for her. So I'm in high school at this point. This girl is like 2-3 years younger than me. So I had a friend that was in the same grade as her, and how I met this friend when I was in the 8th grade. So I known this friend for like a few months or maybe a year at this point. He and this friend, we had an extra friend. We were the trio, okay? We were the trio in my book. Like, those are my girls, those are my sisters. And I'm still cool with them to this day. Like, we don't talk as much as we used to, but those are still my girls. Like, I grew up with them. Those are my girls. So basically, one of the friends was very, very close with Perfume. And me and this friend was close as well. Like, we were close. Like, I was always at her house, she would always come to my house, or we would all three be at the other friend's house. And this is the reason why me and this friend, I'm gonna give this friend a name. I'm gonna call this friend Selfie, because she used to love to take pictures. She always be like, Sakina, let's take pictures. And she'd be like, take pictures of me, let me take pictures of you. Like, she was that type of girl. Like, she loved taking pictures. So Selfie used to tell us about Perfume all the time, or her other friends. She'd be like, I love Perfume, like, she's so cool, like, she's so sweet, like, she's not like how everybody else thinks she is, and like how people be talking about her. Like she's a very, very, very cool person. So I'm just like, wow, like I really don't understand why people be out here saying that this girl like bought her followers. Like she, like from what Selfie's telling me, and Selfie ain't never lied to me. She ain't never lied to me a day in her life. I'm like, if Selfie likes her and she's kicking it with her like this, and Selfie don't like a lot of people. She like me. She don't blend with everybody. She don't mess well with everybody. So I'm like, if Selfie saying all this good stuff about her, then it must be true. I was like, okay, cool. It's good to know that like all that fame and success ain't went to her head or nothing. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's fast forward like a few weeks later. I'm a freshman in high school, and Selfie, our other friend, and Perfume, they were 2 grades behind me. Yeah, they were 2 grades behind me or whatever. So they're like in the 7th grade. So she said she has to tell me something. I'm just like, what is it now? Because I remember she would tell me people still had my name in their mouth even though I left that school. I didn't graduate because you don't graduate the 8th grade. But I remember I had left that school. I'm just like, I'm a whole high schooler. Why people still got my name in their mouth in middle school? Like, grow up. So we kicking in or whatever at our friend house or whatever. She was like, oh yeah, remember when I told you I had to tell you something? I'm like, yeah, girl, what's up? So a few days before this, me and Selfie had hung out. It was just us, and we took pictures of each other, and we posted each other on Instagrams, and basically wrote these long paragraphs about how we love each other, how we're best friends, and yada yada yada. And you know, people liked it because of course it's us. Duh. Back to present day. She goes like, remember when I text her and I said I had to tell you something? I go like, yeah, girl, what's up? She goes like, so tell me why I was hanging with Perfume or whatever. And she came up to me and was like, Selfie, we need to talk. And I was like, yeah, girl, what's up? And she was like, who was that girl you posted? And she was like, oh, Sakina, that's my best friend. And then she was like, who? She said, Sakina, the one I posted yesterday. She was like, yeah. Why you hanging with her? And she goes like, because that's my best friend. And she was like, okay, but look at you and look at her. And then Selfie was like, I'm lost. Huh? And she was like, you too pretty for her. I don't remember exactly how the rest of the conversation went, but I just remember Selfie was just like, well, that's my best friend. I don't know what happened after that, but I will say this. After that, they wasn't friends no more. This is why I still mess with Selfie to this day. She cut her off because she didn't like the fact that she said that she was too pretty to hang with me. And first of all, let me just say this. Selfie is a straight up baddie. Like, she's that girl. Actually, remember Toothpaste in the last story time when my bully wanted me? He wanted her too. But guess what? Unlike the other friend, she told him no because he bullied me. She said, no, I can't date you because you're rude to my friend. That's why I mess with Selfie. Selfie, if you're watching this, I love you. You know who you are, and you know what we're talking about. I love you, girl. I love you. So when she told me that, I'm looking like, it's always people that I don't know. And when I say don't know, I mean like I actually don't know you. Like, I can know your name, I can know what you look like, but I don't know you. We've never conversated. I'm saying that type of I don't know. It's always people that I don't know, who don't know me, who always want to judge, criticize, and ridicule me. And it's like I said, I'm not giving no hints to this influencer. And the only reason I'm saying this is because I know every influencer has got this judgment before. Especially African American influencers have gotten this judgment before. This person was being bullied by internet trolls about being ugly and not being good enough. So I was very disappointed that in a span of a few weeks, I hear that you're a good person, you're cool, and all of this, only to turn around, you sit up here and say that my friend is too pretty to be my friend? Like, what? Come on now. Let's be for real. If we're going to do anything, let's be for real. I'm be honest, I don't know exactly how to explain it, because I don't want to say that I wasn't bothered, because in a way I was, because I went back and told my other friends. But it's like after that, after I told my friends about it, I didn't care anymore. So it's like, I don't want to say that I wasn't bothered, because in a way I was bothered, because I feel like if you're bothered by something, you're going to talk about it. But when I talked about it, it was over with. So I don't really know how to explain how I felt, but I just know I needed to get how I felt off my chest. And after it was off my chest, it went boop. Because like I said, after that, Selfie cut her off. So in a way, I felt like I won, because you over here telling my friend that she should cut me off for being too pretty to be my friend, or being too pretty to hang around me. Like, if that's an excuse to cut somebody off, that is the craziest reason. If you don't cut somebody off because you think you too pretty for them or you too good for them, baby, cut them off. Let them free. Let them be free from people like you, because that is not cool. Because baby, one thing I will not do, I already don't chase no man. Do you really think I'm finna chase a female to be in my life, to be a friend? You're not required to be here. Let's fast fast forward to my senior year, and this is why I don't have a problem with her. Actually, I wouldn't have a problem with her if she didn't do this anyway. It was the day we got out for Christmas break or whatever. So I remember I was walking around and I had this ugly Christmas sweater shirt on. I remember I was walking with my friend who had said that her followers were fake and yada yada yada, and she buys her followers, she's not really famous, yada yada yada. And we had saw Perfume walk with this guy or whatever. Like, they were coming this way, we were going that way to class. So we walking or whatever, and I just hear her, she said, "I love your sweater." I said, "Thank you." She said, "You're welcome." And I ain't gonna lie, me and my friend, we had looked at each other and we just laughed. I don't know why we laughed, but we had laughed. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, in a way it made me feel good, because I'm just like, oh, okay. I remember a few years ago she said that so-and-so was like, well, she never technically called me ugly. She just said that so-and-so was too pretty to be my friend. But I feel like that's calling somebody ugly. Like, you too pretty to be hanging out with her. I feel like that's calling somebody ugly. We can agree to disagree, but I feel like that's calling somebody ugly. But anyway, even though she didn't technically call me pretty, it was nice that she gave me a compliment. Even though I'm gonna assume that she don't know that I know what she said. So I don't know. It just gave me some type of peace, because it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I had this idea in my head like, oh, okay, you're one of those people who think you're too good for people. You're a hypocrite. You're this. Of course, I don't think like that anymore, y'all. I'm 23 years old. Mind you, she's like 2 years younger than me, like I said. So she's like, when she said that, she was like 12, and when she complimented me, she was like 14, 15. So we were very, 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 very young. So I don't hold this against her. Sometimes she pops up on my Explore page. I feel like she's doing amazing from what I'm seeing through social media. I hope she continues to do great. Her content is amazing. I'm glad that she blew up. I'm glad that she's doing something that she loves. Because like I said, when I seen that girl, she was funny. She was straight up hilarious. She was killing it. And she deserves every bit of success that she has. And besides, this is alleged. She never said it to my face. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I straight up believe Selfie, because like I said, Selfie ain't never lied to me, and I don't see Selfie just straight up lying to me about something like that, especially when she sat up here and praised the mess out of this girl. Because before that, she didn't have nothing bad to say about Perfume at all. Nothing bad whatsoever. The real moral of the story is, get you some friends like Selfie. Get you some friends like Selfie who is gonna ride for you, who is gonna have your back, who ain't gonna date bullies, who ain't gonna date people who bully you. Get a friend like Selfie. If you love yourself, get you a friend like Selfie. I hope y'all stay tuned for this Storytime marathon. I hope y'all enjoy these story times as much as I enjoy telling them. But anyway, before I close out, here's the comment of the day from this video. Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye!
Look at her. Look at her mama, man.